Hi guys from all over the world. Hello. Did you ever think that why Ukraine is such a beautiful country with lots of beautiful and wonderful hot ladies, and why this country is still considered to be the factory of prostitutes? So today in our new edition Ask Vita Live, we're going to discuss this topic and try to figure out the reasons why this overspreading phenomenon is such popular in Ukraine. So guys, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe our channel in your lower right corner of the screen. Also like our episodes. And my name is Vita. Welcome to Ask Vita Live. Please feel free to ask any questions. Don't be shy, guys. You know, I'm going to answer any type of questions. There is no taboo questions in our show. Okay, so you're welcome to ask whatever you would like to know about relations with ladies from Ukraine, about how to build your relations successfully, how to avoid common mistakes, and any topics regarding this. Okay, so also don't forget Ask Vita Live, always live on Wednesday, starting 6 a.m. New York time up to 7 a.m. New York time. Also Saturday and Sunday, starting from 11 a.m. New York time and finishing noon New York time. Also, please remember that Ivanka also doing live every day starting from Wednesday up to Sunday. Okay, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's just starting from 7 a.m. New York time up to 8 New York time, and Saturday, Sunday, it's a little bit earlier than my show, so 2 hours earlier, 9 a.m. New York time up to 11 a.m. New York time. So don't forget, subscribe our channel, just simply clicking below in the right corner of your screen. Okay guys, let's start. I see you are here. Thanks for joining us. Hello. Prostitution can make easy money. Здравствуйте, Vita. Hello. Harry, как твой день? Looks cool, guys. Thanks for joining us, and I hope this hot burning topic is of great interest for you. And we're gonna discuss. So ask your questions regarding this topic, okay? And I will try to help you to understand maybe why this prostitution phenomena is so popular in Ukraine, why so many girls involved in this industry, dirty industry, and absolutely not legal. And no, Manabu, it's not $200 per hour. So actually, by statistic, I want to mention that by statistic, official statistic, every fourth prostitution from in Europe, they are from Ukraine. And we can talk today also about elite prostitution, like escort models and different expensive brothels, but also I would like to mention simple girls, just street prostitution, simple individual prostitutions, how it's called in Ukraine, individuals. So they put their pictures and photos and a little bit information about them on free websites, and they just inviting guys to their own home. Okay, so these girls, they can get around starting from $15 up to $20 per 1 hour, and I just figure out, considering even if she's taking just one client per day, so her total profit, monthly profit, can be up to $500-600, and that's quite a good money in Ukraine, and you can provide your family quite well. Some girls also involved in prostitution even from agreement of their husbands, because people trying to survive, or people just don't have their strict principles, and they are okay and just would like to get money. at the beginning of 2000s, it was even kind of trend and fashion, especially in Sumy, because there are too many beautiful ladies in Sumy, young and nice and quite smart, and these people just don't want to improve themselves, don't want to be involved into normal working process. So for them, it's much easier to get $15-20 per 1 hour just having a sex with a foreigner or with any strange guy, instead of going to the factory or working at the school or at the hospital where their salaries is quite cheap. Also, what's the reasons? I was trying to realize. One of the first reason is low quality of family. So low quality of relations between members of the family. Also, low conditions of life, low salaries, low educational level. Of course, all these influence much on people's decision and on their choice. Guys, I see individual prostitutes means that she's working just for herself without the guy who is controlling her and to whom she is giving money, part of her earnings, okay? And the guy usually gives her the place to work, provide her with the customers. He's dealing with the clients, usually announcing the price, okay? And the big percentage, the big amount of that money, this guy takes. So those girls are under control, and individuals means girls who just work alone, just for themselves. But of course, it's much more risky for them because usually they can meet different specific people, with specific tastes. It can be really dangerous. Sometimes people beat them, can damage them and can really injure them and make really big problems. Sometimes even kill or throw away from the car after they use them. Or just one girl can come and there will be the company of maybe 5 or 10 quite cruel and drunk guys, like in sauna, like it used to be, then people just gather together and decide to play some dirty games. It can be really risky. Okay. Oh, guys, I see you're very, very, very active today because I see this topic is very interesting for you. Also want to remind you, don't forget to subscribe our channel by just simply clicking the subscribe button in your lower right corner of the screen. Okay. Also like our episodes, guys. Don't forget. Okay. So a lot of questions today. Harry, у меня есть комментарий, но напишу на английском, потому что мой русский не очень хорошо. Harry, your Russian is perfect. Even not every Russian person can have such a good level of Russian language. Vita, добрый вечер, как дела, как твое настроение? Tracy, hello, hello, hello. I'm fine, as always. When I see, guys, you are interested in topics, when you join in me and then you are active, it makes my mood higher, of course. I'm happy because I see you still need my help and it makes me more cheerful, obviously. Okay. Rodney, hello, hello. Vita, the prostitution company behind gang like Yakuza, isn't it? Yeah, of course, you are the Japanese citizenship, so you know how it works in Yakuza. I also met some guys from Yakuza when I have been working in Japan. Don't want to meet them once again. Okay, very, very scary people. Yeah. Okay, please don't take this as a criticism of Ivana, as she does a wonderful job in talking about Ukraine in general and also Sumy. Thank you, Ivana. Okay, so what was the criticism? Everything was fine, as I guess. Okay. I would think that the majority of guys who use Match Guaranty are in their 40s, 50s, and perhaps sometimes even older. Yeah, you're right, Harry, because guys under 30, first of all, they have still time ahead, okay, and they still have chance to find the woman in their own country, in their local country, among local girls, okay, so they're not so desperate, they're not so experienced, and they still think that They have a lot of time to find and to choose the best one, of course. But I want to tell you that the guys of younger age among the clients we usually get from such countries like India, Pakistan, some Muslim guys from some Muslim countries, because due to their traditions and due to their culture, they considered to be get married earlier. And of course, I don't want to mention, but I hope maybe a lot of people will understand me right now. Due to their religion rules, the people from Muslim countries, due to strict rules of religion, they cannot have sex before getting married. And of course, it causes some physiological problems. This is just my idea, guys. I'm sorry if I'm not correct. Just try to let me know, okay? Don't want to offend someone or to insult, but that's my vision, okay? So I think people need, and in their country it can be much more difficult to find the proper woman, and people now of becoming of more like European mentality. So they don't want to get married with a lady whom their parents choose. So because I think it's one of the reason one younger guys like at the age of 25, 23 even sometimes, but mostly majority of these age guys are just from Muslim countries. Okay, but usually yes, the man at the age of 40, 35, he start to realize that time is flying by. He doesn't have too much time ahead to choose. Maybe he tried a lot but wasn't successful. And then he tried to figure out another methods to find the wife. So that's why, yes, you're right. Is it good to get the comments of some of the young ladies on the questions being asked? The likelihood of a young 19, 20 years old girl dating one of your customers is quite small. We don't have so young girls on our database, 19 or 20. And I never heard that some of girls of this age dating with one of our clients. Maybe it wasn't my client and I missed something, but I never heard about this. Okay. So is it popular work for single mother? What do you mean? As a prostitute, Manabo? Yeah, sometimes it can happen, because if the woman is in a very bad condition and she has to provide her child, maybe the child is with special needs, maybe like handicapped or something like this, and government cannot provide special payment for this lady monthly to cover all needs which this specific child needs to get on the everyday base. Okay, so in this case, from desperation, women can decide to go this dirty way. I don't want to blame someone, okay? Everybody has his own choice, everybody has his own way. We are not sure if we are talking about 1 million prostitutes, okay? Maybe majority of them just decide to choose the easiest way. Also, I don't want to say that being a prostitute, it's the easy way. Because, to have sex sometimes, at least with the 5 strange people, without knowing them, without knowing in advance what to expect from them, what specific problems they have in their mind, what are they going to do with them. So it's very dangerous. Also, all these disease, also risky. And on some websites, when you try to choose prostitute, you can find, not on every website and not for every girl, but you can find some medical tests for AIDS, hepatitis, syphilis as well, but not everyone, of course. And I think, guys, no reason to trust those tests, because it's very easy in Ukraine to make a fiction, to make a fake blood test even. And it's quite easy and simple. You can just go to the lab, just pay very small amount, maybe like $5, $10, okay? And you will get all those specific papers showing that you are clean, no specific disease you have. So very risky, really. Okay, what I wanted to mention as well, guys, that this small business is developed very well in not very well developed cities. Let's say like Kherson, Nikolaev, And why? Because those cities, they don't have like airport, they don't have a huge flood of tourists, they don't have a lot of factories. So actually they don't have good job places, workplaces, and people try to earn, to survive somehow. It's not a good method just to move to another city. Some of them brave enough to do something, to do serious steps in their life, maybe to get better professional skills and to try to get a better job, maybe going even abroad, doesn't matter. But for this type of girls, it's easier just to have sex, and they can earn quite a big amount of money. The biggest level of developing of prostitution in Ukraine is such cities as Kiev. Of course, in Kiev you can find more than 500 providers of prostitution and even elite prostitution, not only simple cheap one service, okay, but also elite prostitution. Also, if you do Google search, you can understand, you can realize that the first 20 answers, those are direct links just for elite brothels, and people even not shy to show this, and they don't even hide the connection between escort services and just simply prostitution. So prostitution where is developed? Kiev, Kharkov, Odessa, Kherson, Nikolaev, Poltava as well. Also guys, Dnipro and Lviv. Also very cheap and poor cities where not so many facilities to earn money in a good and honest way. And of course big cities, there are a lot of where there are a lot of foreigners coming, okay, just looking for young hot girls. Okay, I see you have a lot of questions, guys. Just as it should be. Harry, will the answers these young ladies give be similar to ones who are older, or are the answers likely to be quite different? Of course it will be quite different, absolutely, because you see, let's check the simple example, guys. Ivanka, she's just 21, 22 years old. She's very experienced, she's smart, okay, but she's a young girl, and I'm 40. So you can compare the experience anyway. Doesn't matter how much smart she is, but anyway, I lived my life. I am 20 years ahead. So I tried many things. I traveled a lot. I met much more people in my life, and I have my own vision. And of course, a vision of the young girl and vision of the 40 years old woman, it will be absolutely different, opposite. Because when I was younger, when I was 20 years old, I also was smart, but I traveled a lot, I was studying, I was earning money, I didn't even think about getting married. I got a lot of offers, a lot of propositions, okay, but I was not ready. Despite the fact I was really serious about having a family, and I understood and realized that I will need it in the future, I would like to have some kids, but people at the age of 20, 23, 25 even, they're not so much serious about getting involved into family everyday routine, and they have different aims. At the age of 20, people here are thinking about earning money, about traveling and having fun. At the age of 40, you have absolutely different principles. You're looking for your family, you're trying to be a good provider, to be a good mother, to communicate with your husband or with your partner, boyfriend, doesn't matter, on absolutely different level. You know, and if we compare even myself, and 20 years difference, it's absolutely another person, because I was I'm active, okay, right now even, but in my early ages I was more, I wasn't so much compromising, wasn't so flexible. You know, if I don't like something, I just say directly into the face and say goodbye, bye. Right now, when I'm talking to people, doesn't matter, I'm trying to keep peace between people, I'm trying to be wise, I know where to stop, I know where to shut up, just to wait for the better moment, you know, and of course it influences on your family life and on your relations with surrounding people, because you have much more experience. So of course questions, you see, some girls can just smile and laugh and whatever, but not so much serious about family. Okay, hope you got my answer. Uh, 1 second. Uh-huh. I know that she can only ask those lady who are out walking and interview those who are willing to be interviewed. Yeah, and unfortunately, you see, today it was quite difficult to get interviews because the weather wasn't so fine, people were in a hurry or they shy, and if they know they will be recorded, they just don't want to be on YouTube, and it's really difficult sometimes to get interviews. Even sometimes when we are talking that we doing giveaway of iPhone, they just don't believe us or think we are scammers and we should show them like really we are giving it every month, but still it can be a problem. Yeah, I honestly think it would be more useful for the subscribers to hear the comments of slightly older ladies, as they are more likely to be in the age range that the guys should be looking at. Absolutely agree with you. Absolutely agree with you, Harry, and we are trying. We are trying, you know, but what's the problem? If you're happy to find the single lady or single mother of this age, older age, on the street, and if she is okay, if she doesn't have these complexes, and if she feel free to talk before cam, then it's okay. But usually people, they are married or they're in relations, so they don't want to be shown on YouTube sometimes. People here in Ukraine and people in Western countries, they are different, and even in Kiev they're much more different. In Kiev, in big cities, people more free, not so many complexes. If we compare Kiev and Sumy can be like a small city, small town, and with its specific mentality, by the way, also. Okay, but we will try, Harry. I promise you, we will try, and we know, and we are trying really our best to ask as a little bit older ladies and experienced one to get real answers, not only from young ladies. Yeah. Okay. Rodney, what is difference between prostitutes and professional daters that are visited by guys from marriage sites and dating sites? You mean what's the difference between scammers and prostitutes? It's absolutely a big difference, because scammers, they just want to get your money in a wrong way, not even giving you something instead. Prostitutes, I think, in this way even more honest, because they provide the service for you and only then they get money, you know. But the scammers, they are even for my consideration, they are even worse than prostitutes, because they don't give you anything, just illusion. They give you just false hopes, just trying to provoke you to do some steps, to hope for the better, to feel like you are in relation. So actually, when you go to the prostitute directly, you understand what you will get. You need just sex and you will get just sex. Okay, if you want specific sex, okay, you can discuss it with her and you will get specific sex for specific amount of money. So it's a fair deal, you know. In this case, prostitute never gonna take your money and run away. But as for scammers, it's quite obvious that they are even worse than prostitutes. Manabu, may know where can I find such a lady in Sumy, something like in newspapers. You mean prostitutes? Not in newspapers. Sometimes prostitution can be hidden by different salons, beauty salons, or even massage salons. We have in Sumy, by the way, a very famous nightclub. I don't want to tell the name of this club, but a very dirty place, really. Not only striptease and massage, but also specific service of prostitutes. And also the guys can be easily scammed there. I heard the real story from my friend, taxi driver, that some guys, on the high level guys, like politicians or some famous guys, rich guys, they were attending this specific establishment, and there are some cams hidden, And after them, by the owner of this establishment, they were even blackmailed to get some money in order not to be shown on YouTube or to their family or between their colleagues. So I know these stories, and these stories are real here. Okay, you can simply Google search, like, I think it's not a secret. You can just simple to Google prostitutes in Sumi or something. But some places, like prostitution places, really hidden by the name of different saloons, like massage saloons especially. We have even on some parking places, people just put a specific visit card in your car or on the glass, like stick, with a quite obvious hinting. Okay, they say it's massage salon, but when you look at this visit card, business card, you will understand immediately what kind of services they are going to provide. So it's easy, actually. It's easy. People like talking between each other. I know, like, especially taxi driver. Some people. I was driving by taxi a couple of days ago, and one client of my taxi driver, he called him and asked, "Do you have some girls for this night?" The taxi driver wanted to give him phone number of prostitute he knows personally, but then the guy was too much drunk, and the taxi driver heard that there were a lot of guys. So he thought it may be dangerous for the girl if he will let her know, and he decided just not to be involved in this, because nobody know what to expect from a big company of drunk guys here, local guys. Okay, so he decided not to let this situation go. So it's actually easy, especially for local people. Okay, guys. Good point. Best wishes from Rodney, England. I mean, sense of Rodney. Do you have identical twin sister who is not married or dating? Yeah. Very and the lovely helpful lady and person. Спасибо. Rodney, you know how many times I heard this phrase, do you have a twin or do you have a sister? I want specifically the wife exactly like you. No, unfortunately I'm the only one and unique one, probably from all over the world. Yeah, I understand, but I'm busy already, sorry guys, but at least what I can do for you, for all of you, to help with my experience, life experience, okay, and with my knowledge of psychology and knowing mentality of Ukrainian people, guys and ladies as well. So for now, I can be just as a friend, as a doctor, and give you just pieces of advice. That's it, sorry guys. It's too late. Okay. Manabu, is it good that treat the prostitution lady kindly, serve tea and chocolate and so on? It's up to you, Manabu. If you are the person like this, of course, the lady will appreciate it greatly, okay? And she will feel much more comfortable with you, not stressed, not scared, what to expect from you. But usually it's not common here. Nobody treats prostitutes like you mentioned just right now. People just used to, when some people smoke and I don't know the specific word of burning cigarette, when you finish cigarette, they can just make the cigarettes over her body to make some scars and wounds. They can beat, they can use specific devices like bottles of champagne, and even broken sometimes. I heard a lot of really, really awful stories, and people can be really cruel, and sometimes men, they are aggressive and cruel because somebody made them feel upset, and he just want to let his steam out. So he just find the victim like prostitute, and he can do whatever he wants with her. Sometimes, like, I don't know how it is in your countries. I think maybe it's more civilized, more controlling by some services, or maybe girl more careful. But here it can be really, really a bad end of the day for some girls. Yeah, because our local guys can be really aggressive and not adequate. Yeah. Manabu, frankly, Vita, I ordered in Kiev. Apologize you and God's. It's okay. You are all guys. I am a person. I understand. That's why I decide to discuss these topics, because I understand men's psychology, and I know, like, anyway, 90%, okay, maybe 90% of men sometimes use the service of prostitutes, and they are interested on what level it is in Ukraine. I know that, as I told, every fourth prostitute from Europe are from Ukraine. And if you go to any country, even to Japan, hostess, striptease dancers, whatever, you can really find China as well, Singapore as well, maybe not India, I don't know, but Czech Republic, Poland, in Soviet time period, Poland and Czech Republic were very famous because it was cheap to go there. It's close to Ukraine. Lebanon, full. I don't know now due to conditions there, but before, like 10, 15 years, it was full of Russian and Ukraine prostitutes. Also South Africa, whatever, Japan I mentioned, Austria, Sweden, and I know a lot of girls who left to Sweden, let's say, or Switzerland, and they were prostitutes there, and after all, they get even married with their clients there. And I know a lot of happy stories because. As I mentioned, not every girl who is a prostitute, she's a bad person. And you never know what is inside of her soul. And you never know what pushes her to this way. Guys, I see we need to make a 5 minutes break, okay? Technical break. Please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Just simply clicking subscribe button in the lower corner of your screen. Okay, stay with me, make your coffee right now, prepare your questions. I will get back to you just in 5 minutes, okay? And we continue discussing this hot burning topic, okay? Okay, guys, just 5 minutes break. Stay with me. Bye.